They're going to draw another card here. And by golly, we came back from the brink of death. Almost. Well, no, actually, we did 3 times. In our turn. Woo! That's why you hold in there, right? I love playing traditional because you get to know what deck your opponent's playing, and now you get to try and beat it. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are playing Selesnya Landfall, and I'd say that this deck is based around the one and only Yasharn Implacable Earth, a 4/4, and when it enters the battlefield, you get to pull a plains and a forest out from your library, then shuffle it. Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. Terror of the Peaks requires 3 life to be paid. That's something, so to pay life to activate things is a no-no, as it clearly states. And then the sacrifice, so an example of this would be Woe Strider. Woe Strider sacrifices a creature to scry 1. You wouldn't be able to sacrifice that creature because it is a non-land permanent. Unfortunately, this doesn't shut down Fabled Passage, as it is a land, much like Evolving Wild. So, you know, we are, of course, running Felidar Retreat with our Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 cat beast creature token, or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until the end of turn. So typically you want to go wide off of the start, creating lots of cats, unless you're trying to dodge certain removal. Storm's Wrath dealing 4 damage to everything is an example of that. You may want to put your creatures up to 5 to protect them. If that's the case, you know, maybe your 2s to 3s to get away from the stomps. Typically, you go wide until you've got 3-4 cats, at which point when you put the +1/+1 on 4 cats, that's more value than creating a single 2/2, right? You'll be getting 4 additional points rather than the 2. So that's really, really nice. This is also a stackable enchantment, so, you know, go crazy with that. And of course, we can't be using Landfall within green without the Scute Swarm, a 1/1 with Landfall, of course. And whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If you control 6 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of Scute Swarm instead. And of course, the copy of Scute Swarm will have that original ability, and you get that doubling effect. I'm sure you've seen it by now. There's not any mutate to go onto it within the main board. We are playing traditional today, so that will come in play with our Gem Raiser a little bit on, but we're getting ahead of ourselves now. Within the Landfall archetype, we have Murasa Rootgrazer. This is an absolute sleeper. I brought this up in the free-to-play deck. A 2/3 with Vigilance, in which we can tap it to put a basic land card from our hand into the battlefield. That's free ramp every single turn, so you can attack with it, you know, defend with it, then tap it to put another land in play. That's something to be noted. We can also do the same thing, but return a basic land we control to its owner's hand. So, you know, if we've got a lot of land in play, we're looking to draw more land, we don't, we can easily just tap it to put a land in hand, and that will re-trigger all of our landfall effects. So the Rootgrazer has amazing synergy within the Selesnya Landfall combination here. Lastly, but surely not least, taking advantage of Landfall is the Kazandu Mammoth and Kazandu Valley. You know, the Valley is just a tapped land, adding a green to our pool. The Mammoth is a 3/3 that gets +2/+2 whenever a land enters the battlefield. So that's all of our Landfall triggers. Now, when we do get into the triggering of them, we have cards like Fabled Passage, which is a land that sacrifices itself to play another land. The same goes with Evolving Wild. So this will be 2 Landfall triggers in 1 turn, which is really, really fun. You can do this right away. You can also hold it up to use on your opponent's turn if you need for some surprise tactics. With that all out of the way, we do have some supporting roles within the deck. Giant Killer, 1 copy of this in our main board and additional in our sideboard. It's a 1/2 that we can pay 2 and tap it to tap another target creature. This is great late game if we want to get some damage in. You know, there's not a lot of trample within the deck. We do go quite wide, and if they've got a big defender, we can shut that down, or we can use it to tap before their attack phase, so they're big defender slash big attacker can't attack. It just goes straight tapped, and then you'll be able to get in on them the following turn. So we also have Chop Down for 3 at instant speed as the adventure here, destroying target creature with power 4 or greater. This is great, just a little bit of removal. That's why I call Giant Killer a supporting card, because your main strategy and synergies aren't based around it, but it will help you get there. Speaking of cards that help you get there in a supporting role, the Glass Casket, an artifact for 2. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or less until it leaves the battlefield. 2 copies of the Lotus Cobra. Now, I didn't bring this up when we were talking about Landfall because it's not a requirement. There's no Genesis Ultimatum for 7 that you're trying to get into. It does help out a little bit, but prepare to have it removed almost immediately, and that's why I don't include it within the main synergy, because if you do focus too much on it, you will start to lose value and games. Whenever your opponent plays, you know, black untapped mana, red untapped mana, you know that there's probably removal ready for you, and the Lotus Cobra might not be the right play for your turn 2. For example, if there is red untapped mana, there could be a Shock, there could be a Spike Field Hazard, there could be a Bone Crusher Giant, all of which our Rootgrazer is able to dodge. Yes, we can still get hit with Scorching Dragonfire, stuff like this, but it's about reducing the amount of cards that had effectiveness on us that turn. So the Lotus Cobra can help you ramp into some of our bigger spells. The biggest spell we have is Amira's Call for 7 sorcery speed, creating 2 4/4 white angel warrior creature tokens with flying. All of our non-angel creatures that we control will gain indestructible until our next turn. So this allows us to kamikaze in for big damage. Do keep in mind that we need to defend. This is great because we get indestructible until our next turn. So if we did so choose, we can keep some defenders back that will keep indestructible. So that's really great because we're going super wide with the cats, and then we can give them all indestructible and smash in. So the Lotus Cobra can not only ramp into our call, but it can also get us into our Vivien quite quickly, allowing us to look at the top card of our library at any time and play creature spells from the top of our library. You know, it's not super relevant within the deck, but it does come into use sometimes, allowing us virtual card advantage, which is nice. We can use +1 to create a 3/3 with either Reach, Trample, or Vigilance. Reach is our defensive, Trample is our offensive, and Vigilance is kind of the in-between there. And -2, whenever you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser converted mana cost, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. This is great because we have Scute Swarm for 3 that we want to be playing right away. We can easily play our Yasharn to grab our Scute Swarm. If we need removal, we can grab our Skyclave, which is pretty cool. So that's where the Vivien -2 comes into play. We talked about everything else within the deck, I do believe. We're accompanied here by, obviously, Emeria the Shattered Skyclave, coming in tapped unless we pay 3 life. 5 plains, 5 forests, 4 Branchloft and Boulderloft Pathways, and then we talked about the wilds and the passage. Passage takes priority over wild to play late in game because it will come in untapped if you have 4 or more land. Talking about our sideboard, because we're playing traditional today, we've got 2 copies of Elspeth Conquers Death for 5. When it enters the battlefield, exiling target permanent and opponent controlled with converted mana cost 3 or greater. On the following upkeep, non-creature spells that your opponent casts cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. And finally, return target creature or planeswalker from your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on it, or a loyalty counter on it, depending on whether it was a, obviously a creature or a planeswalker. 4 copies of Baneslayer Angel, Sorry Aggro, 5/5, flying, first strike, lifelink, protection from demons, protection from dragons. 3 copies of Gemrazor, Reach, Trample, mutate for 3, 4/4. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment and opponent controls. We can mutate onto our Scute Swarm as it is a non-human. When we do so, playing a land on top will result in the duplicate copy of the mutated creature, which is a lot of fun. We can create 4/4s that destroy stuff, which is great. 2 copies of Glass Casket. We do have that main board. There's some additionals here, an additional Giant Killer as well, and 3 Tormod's Crypt for 0 as an artifact. We can sacrifice it, exiling all cards from target player's graveyard. You know what that's for. There's no need for me to tell you about that. So as far as your sideboarding strategy goes, if there was anything within your main board that didn't work, it didn't hold value, and it ended up being a dead card, remove it, and then try to take something that holds more value. A good explanation of this is a Glass Casket. If there are no creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less, this is a dead card. If there are no creatures with power 4 or greater, Giant Killer is a dead card. Stuff like this. Potentially, if Skyclave has no targets, all your opponent is playing 5 or greater, it could be a dead card, but I doubt it. And then, you know, maybe your opponent has mass removal, they're running mono red. The Lotus Cobra could become a dead card because it's so easily removed. And then we take in things that are better than that. Obviously, if they had the aggro style burn, Baneslayer Angel is great. If they had those big permanents that are hard to deal with, Elspeth Conquers Death is going to take care of everything big. Apparition takes care of everything small. Enchantments, Artifacts, Gemrazor deals it. You know, if they do have lots of those little aggro creatures that you want to exile, Lurrus Rogues, for example, Glass Casket. Medium-sized creatures in mono green, Giant Killer, and any graveyard shenanigans like the Rakdos, aggro or control, whatever it is with Kroxa, the Tormad's Crypt is going to be great there as well. So again, that's the deck tech. Thank you for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to a friend, and of course, hit that bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. We're going to be giving away new goodies at every 10,000 subscribers. We have the 500,000 gem giveaway going on already and the free cash prize tournaments, but we're going above and beyond. So if you have any ideas for prizes, let me know, and we're going to get that rolling. We're playing today with Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant. That's available for free within the Overwolf link in the description below. You know, deck write-ups, deck videos, overgame analysis, or metagame analysis. Check it out. You'll become a better player by using it. And again, that's for free within the Overwolf link in the description below. Everything else is going to be available within the Linktree link. My Twitch, my YouTube, Twitter, whatever you're looking for. It's all in there. And if you want to support, you can do so on Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. Our newly incorporated Amazon link will hook me up as well with 3% on your purchases. So make sure to do all your Christmas shopping here with Hello Good Game. Again, thank you all for your time and attention. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Enjoy Selesnya Landfall. I know I did. This deck went 7-0 in the Arena Metagame Open Challenge, whatever it was. So winning $2,000, which is absolutely insane. Let me pull up the list here and see actually whose deck this is. We should know this, and momentarily, I have to have it here somewhere by noon. Congratulations on your $2,000 noon and the amazing deck list. I've really been enjoying it, and if you can survive that early game, transfer into the mid game to the late game, you're going to be laughing and your opponent is going to be struggling to close out the game on you. So again, thanks for your time and attention. Enjoy the gameplay footage. Don't forget to watch to the end because we have some once in a lifetime news that you do not want to miss out on. We'll talk to you in a few. All right, let's get right into it. You know we love seeing Skyclave Apparition. I always say Apparition. Hard habits, man, they die hard. Or bad habits die hard. Ugh. We can't even speak. This should be a great match. I think let's passage. I mean, we could call as well. That's not a bad play. That allows the passage to enter turn 4. Potentially after the Scute, but I don't think we really want to play that right away. I think we just probably go into our Felidar Retreat, and then we'll play Scute on 6, right? So it immediately can copy itself. Playing against Esper Yorion, it definitely is Doom Foretold. So yeah, not good is what that means, right? Passing our turn. We really want to get our casket out before the retreat and then always be playing on top of it, or just save the apparition and take their doom. Maybe we just play it right now. No, because then they can doom right on top of it next turn. Looking at our sideboard right out of the gate, we know that we've got 3 Gemrazors that are going to be really good here. Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents, which would be great if it ended there, but it's just to cast spells or activate abilities. And the ability triggers, which results in the sacrifice, so the Yasharn does not shut down Doom, which is relatively unfortunate. Let's take the land and we'll just build into the 6 for the Scute. Okay. I thought for sure we'd come into a Doom there. As far as our discard, it is unfortunate. I think the casket can go. I don't think there's much for creatures. The casket's nice because we can sack it with their Doom, but I think we are better off just to kind of bank on this land, save the sack effects for being played on top of the Scute. Trying to get our Skyclave in on their Doom. There's the blessing. Gross. A bad situation gets worse. Let's use our wilds because we're not going to be spending the mana on anything. And it can sit there until their turn anyways, so the passage coming in untapped can be saved for later. This is a hard match for us to win, right? If we play at curve, it's right into their hand at removal. So we're trying to make the most out of it, but then again, that just allows them to set up shop, so it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't style of situation. Big woofs. Do connection check here. Sorry about that. No, we're good. I worry. Sometimes I worry. So we can resolve this. They're taking our retreat. So we can act, well, yeah. Let's let it resolve first. There we go. I wonder. There's no counterspell here. This is our 6th land. We pull a plains. This is again our 6 lands. They both copy each other. Now we go in with our apparition to make 2 tokens, right? I guess we just take the omen. It doesn't really matter. It would be nice to take their Elspeth, but unfortunately it's 5, not 4, so we can't get it. And now if Doom does hit, we can sacrifice the apparition. Oh my god. And they hit odd. Everything's odd except the tokens. What? They hit even? What did they exile with even? Just the retreat they went after? No, that gets creatures. What did they get? They got something. Lost my mind. So expensive is the thing. Let's take the Nightmare. And because we can't play the Retreat with 4, it costs 6. We'll just play our wilds. It's gonna trigger all of these Scutes, which is great, but very easily wiped. No attacks, and yeah. ECD fizzles the event. Oh no. Alright, now they hit odd. They're lucky to have both of them. I thought it was odd that they did even first, so this makes a lot of sense. Right? Whoops! My turn. Scute in play right again. Pretty nice top deck, but like we've seen, very easy for them to deal with. Land in play, takes us to 4. We can, on the stack at least, because we left the Evolving Wilds there, they'll have a trigger. And retreat in play, which we do miss out on, but it is what it is. Yorion bounces Treacherous Blessing and the egg. And we didn't see it Doom Foretold, which we were worried about this entire time off the start. So we probably could have went wild off the start. One of those things. No blocks, unfortunately. Pretty decent damage. A big draw as well, which is really going to help them. At least the 3/3 can block the 2/2 the first go around, and then second go around it can block the 3/3. It's not much. Yorion makes a great blocker here. They have more copies of Yorion as a companion and in the main deck. Yorion has been played a lot, and here we see Doom down to 9 life. They can sack their blessing. We lose our retreat. Good game. All right. So we know that they have enchantments, they have artifacts. Gemrazor in the house. Caskets can leave. The Giant Killer can leave. That puts us right at 60. We don't need to interact with their graveyard much. I mean, Elspeth Conquers Death is there, but meh. If anything, I'd like our own Elspeth Conquers Death. But they'll be exiling a lot of stuff, right? We've seen the event and we've seen their own Elspeth Conquers Death. So to bank on bringing back baddies with our own Elspeth Conquers Death is kind of counterintuitive because they're in exile, not in the grave. So we might just want to replay the fire and keep pushing them as hard as we can. You know, I think the Gemrazors are going to be just fine. Let's get after it, right? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, and hit that bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads, including our 500,000 gem giveaway. We also have our Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant available for download for free within the description below. That's going to be the Overwolf link right beside hashtag HelloGoodGame. And to the other side, you'll see the Linktree link. And that takes you just to basically all of my other stuff. If you're looking for more Hello Good Game, that's where you'll find it. Playing first, since we lost, sad face. A little slow. I'm really looking for some Cobra power, potentially. Or this Gemrazor is really nice. We do need the secondary forest for the mutate, so that kind of sucks, but At the end of the day, it's just not that bad. Yeah, let's throw the call, because we can utilize that later, and that's going to be more valuable to us. Right, say, let's go into the late game, pull that to 7 and be able to play it. That's okay. Not that the Angels will be able to do anything. We might as well just crack this now. Oh, of course we do. That's okay though. So now we have both the Razor available and the Apparition available, so that's fun. We'll play our Retreat to pull their move. They could just have a simple counter spell here. Omen of the Sun. Okay, that's great. So we can use our Apparition now on the Omen. We have a Wilds for double cat. Wow, the cats are non-human. Oh, nice. There goes our cats. I was gonna think we could gem raise right onto the kitty cat. That would be fun. But no. Can't do that. Sploosh. Not Valentine's yet. We get doomed. Gonna be sad panda. Vigilance would be nice in this situation, maybe. Well, isn't that sad? Yeah, we should have went Vigilance. Totes my bad. Gem Razor's gonna take us home. Could be worse. Oh, you dog. We can crack the passage on target or the wilds. So that's nice, at least. Oh! Of course they do. They always do, man. They always do. You dog.
Beauty lies in variation.
Oh no. They've got the answers, ladies and gentlemen. There's no joke about it. And I hate it. So stupid, we're gonna lose it anyways. Still a match somehow. Yori on this, Yori on that. Nice. We're live. As far as an opening hand goes, I don't care for it. If we're gonna go that crazy about risking it, I kind of like to see the snake. And this is super awkward as well. We are not playing quick here whatsoever. Don't want to go down to 5. And what do we throw? Man, that sucks. We need all of these things. Let's throw wilds. It hurts, but whatever. We'll play our mammoth first. Wild second. All third. I don't know. I don't know. We're pulling land, which is really nice, actually. We get a friendly hello. And a good day to you, sirs. Valley in play. Mammoth in play. So we got some mono green beatdown coming our way. And I want to drop this later, but if we're gonna use our apparition on turn 3, we're not going to be using our Scute. So let's just play terrifyingly slow. Rootgrazer stays chilling. We could have snuck it out, I think, but I want to set up that turn 4 on par and not have it be another turn 3. Wow. So they get a draw plus it has trample. Woo! Hot dog. We're gonna take a plains here. Another plains in play. Here is our Skyclave. Sorry, Mammoth. Coming with us. Alright, got a couple more lands. Got a retreat next turn. A Harbinger, at least it doesn't have haste. Get a draw, which sucks. Right? At a certain point, I mean, what else are we gonna do? If they have any fight effects, that's terrifying. This can come in tap, so we don't have to pay life for it later. And we can actually attack with our apparition. What's up, right? Coming after you. Their turn, I mean, that uprising draw engine is nice. Goose can make food. We basically pray that they're not running Wicked Wolf. Right? What else do we do? There's a lot of big baddies in green that are gonna terrify us. Another Harbinger. Okay, it doesn't have haste, but it does draw, and they get a draw from it. There's like some good value there. Definitely some good value. Nice. The Goose goes into attack mode. So we could Vivien, which I think is really good. We're only on... yeah, we're not on enough land. We can retreat, which I think is really good too. Trying to go wide, no attacks. Retreat should come in first, let's be honest. If we pull more land, it gets really good value. We can get that land next turn. Uh-oh. Elder Gargaroth. Hi. I don't have any removal for you. Right? That's not good. No blocks, they get the draw, which is disgusting, but they already have a huge draw. And if we can pull a land, specifically a passage... Oh! Shh. Quiet down, kid. We're gonna get beat down so hard, though. Scute into a passage. Go wide. We play the Grazer. And now we hold up that passage to do instant speed to throw him for a Whirlybird. The Great Henge. Well, that makes things much more difficult. Plus, they have a double draw questing beast. My God. So we got the clutch pull, but our opponent is applying so much pressure. Ridiculous. You're going all in. You know it. You 100% know it. We only have 11 life. We're gonna push up. We're gonna start going big. I think the value of all the +1/+1s outweighs a single 2/2, right? Has Death Touch, and I hate that. Still gonna double block it. Maybe we can grind them down. It's gonna be so hard with the Uprising and the Henge. We're in for a tough trip here. We need more passages off the top. We could have 2 land potentially. We should have done this on our end step. Whoops. That's on me. Scute in play. Tap this guy. We should have done it earlier. Tap land comes into our hand. We replay it. Only takes us to 4. I think we still we start pushing up, right? All these scoots go real wide, and they all get real big. And this is the most amount of value that we could have gotten there. Yes, I want to get Vivien in for turn after turn now, but gotta flex on these landfall triggers. No attacks. We have 8 life left. We can block anything, right? The goose can get in with reach pretty consistently. We are on a 4-turn timer with the goose. Look at another double draw. At least there's no haste. Our opponent's at 38, so there's plenty of wood left in the stove. Ooh. Things are not looking good. They're not looking the worst. Vivien can come in, start creating reach, so the goose, you know, might get one hit in here, but that's kind of where it's going to end for us, at least. And we do have a landfall trigger every turn, thanks to the Rootgrazer. The Groot Razor. Groot. Alright, so that really sucks. That's a 12-8. But we'll kill it. We will 100% knock it out of the park. We have plenty of defense. Really? I guess it doesn't matter really, does it? We should have just sacked the week. We're taking 4. Kind of annoying. Whatever. Get out of here, Gargaroth. Ouch. That does not help. We should have bounced the land. Oh no, it was tapped because we did it wrong once, so we're gonna have to do it wrong every turn. Right? Because we need those land triggers right now.
You want to fight me? That's precious. Diversity is our greatest strength.
More +1s of vigilance, all the scoots go wild. Right, we re-grab all of our blockers there. We're getting ready to strike. The time is almost upon us. You guys ready? We've got a lot going on, which is frightening, but we're in a really good position. Another questing beast for double draw, haste, death touch. Oh, and vigilance. Well, we have to kill it though, so. That doesn't give you the heebie-jeebies. I don't know what will. We've got 4 4/4s, a 5/5, 6 2/2s, and a pair of 3/3s. I guess this is a 4/4 as well. 5/4/4. We have enough blocking capabilities to shut everything down. So sad though. They could Primal Might and then ram through for massive damage. Alright. Take our Apparition. We get a 3/3. Sure. Sure. A little bit of value. Don't get me wrong. Remove one of mine, you get one of yours. Why they've not killed the Rootgrazer, I'll never know. And it's sad that they don't really need to. Go on, go kamikaze. I dare you. Dare you. A 2-for-1, but we create more than 2 creatures per turn. Whoa! Oh, it's got trampled death touch. Yeah, so it only needed to deal 1 damage to each of them. That's my bad. Who would have had to block with 7 people there? You fool. All right, sideboard time. We learned a few lessons about what we're playing against. What cards really effed us up. We know what they are. We know exactly what they are. I don't see any artifact destruction. I think these glass caskets are good to go. I think the giant killer's really good as well. As far as what we're taking out, I think however good the apparition is, it is flimsy. They didn't have much for flying on Vivien. I don't think that's really a requirement. We could drop her. I think the Lotus Cobras can probably go, just because they have so many fight effects. And it doesn't really play well for us, in my opinion. Like, I'd rather play the apparition, have it enter the battlefield with its effect, and then have it removed and still have some value come of it. You know what I mean? 42 seconds left. I think 2 Viviens can go. And then we'll just keep it really low to the ground. I like the apparitions. Because, so like Garrick's Harbinger is a 4/3 that's going to draw cards for 3, and we can knock it down to 3/3 that can't draw cards. I think we keep this. We have the ramp, which is nice. We have our removal, which is really good. Wilds in first, just get it out of the way. Doesn't matter what we pull. Why didn't it let us select a plains there? It just like slammed right into the battlefield. What the heck? So there goes this game. Wow. That's happened more than once to me. I'm not even gonna lie. That pathway bug has happened so many times to me. I don't even know what to do. This is messed up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Cool. Thank you. At least. That's our 5th land. Let's get after it. We have a blocker, which is really nice. Plains. Give me that plains. And we're lucky that the deck is so friendly with the land. That even when something terrible like that happens, we can recover relatively quickly. I mean, by no means do we still have an advantage, but we're here. Nice. Crushing that removal. Razor. Too big, I'm not gonna lie. No blocks, we're going down to 8. But, you see how this is an 8/8 that we cannot deal with? Well, even if they take it back, it's only gonna be a 4/4. It loses reach, it loses trample. We should have played our Scute first. That's on me. Oops. Oops. We can hit that attack. Questing Beast will terrify us here. They only have 3 cards though. We should be okay. Should be okay. Wow, a 6/6 with haste. Nice. I was not expecting that. And we can't casket it. You dog. Land and play. Make an insect. Try to go real wide. Really want to destroy something with this Emeria. If they play a henge, I'm gonna be so chapped. Any enchantment or artifact I'm gonna be really sad about. No, we're safe and we draw another. Woo! We want to use these in a defensive capability. They don't have it yet, they won't get it soon. You should do one now. Again, we get there, but we have such little health, right? If they cannot get to a value engine, their henge, their harbinger, Eric's uprising, then we're gonna get them. Nice, okay. Woo! That was close. What was annoying there? These gosh dang fight effects. Take our ECDs. Let's drop one Yasharn and one call. I think we're in a pretty good position here to come back. Our opponent does play first, but we do know what they're playing right now in traditional. That's our biggest advantage. We need those gem raisers, and we need this pathway to come in correctly. Oh my god, right? We're gonna play it second so we can try to engineer around it. It burns us twice in one match. Oof. The goose, okay. Not bad. There it is, we got it in. Perfect. Flawless. They need a defender, we have vigilance. Yorvo, turn 3. Nice play. I'm telling you guys, I got her covered. Bleep, bloop, blop. Attack for 2. what we should have done is paid life for the call, and then we could have tapped to put the planes in. Pressing Beast sucks. I'm gonna try it. Maybe we can still do it. Nope. Nope. Which is not great. That beast is gonna get us good. City on 4. We need to top tick a land. More removal would be great as well. Ouch. This questing beast is dominating us. I don't want to bounce a land in case we draw one. Oh, we don't. We should have. Sucks. Retreat in play. Our only option. We only have one basic land. Plains. I need to go wide just a little bit first. We're going to take another hit, but after that, I think we might be okay. Can we do it? Can we survive? We need a passage off the top. Please give us a Fabled Passage. Oh, there's that value engine we didn't want to see. We're actually maybe looking for a Gem Razor, right? Down to 8. Next turn we should be okay though. If we pull a land. We actually need a land. Give us a land. We'll take the Gem Razor the turn after. Just gaining life. That's not land. What we could do though. Tap the land. We bounce it to our hand. Replay it. Let's start amassing an army. And now we have 5. We're going to take the Great Henge. Now we're going to chill out. And we're going to go block the beast, I guess. Or we take it one more turn. I don't know. How far can we push this? Let's block the beast, send the apparition to the graveyard. We'll pull it back with ECD. Oh! Ah! Nice. Our opponent needs a hug. Gets the kill on both of them. Nice, thank you. It helps. It truly, truly helps. Not enough land for the Scute. I think we just go retreat. We got some big baddies in play, right? Big old baddies in play. And now if we can keep ahead of them, not give them their value engines like that henge, pull in an apparition next. They've got more land. We're ready to block. I think we've got this figured out. They're going to take a draw here. In case it's any shenanigans. All right, we're only at 8 life. We don't, and it's got trample already. We could instant speed buff it if we don't block correctly. Another. You dog. Gaining life. That's not their problem. I wish we could gain life. Let's balance that land back. And we don't pull it, which is good. Take a goose, which, you know, isn't great either, but it's something. Let's scoot into a land. Everybody gets buff, right? Everybody loves kung fu fighting. That's how that song goes. And you know, let's just take that 3/3. I know, I'm feeling saucy. And now the 7/8 can attack with blunts. Heck, so can all these 6/6s. They're just insects. I was worried about the double block on the Grazer though. That's why we did the 3. Yep. They're gonna draw another card here. And by golly, we came back from the brink of death. Almost. Well, no, actually, we did 3 times. In our turn. Woo! That's why you hold in there, right? I love playing traditional because you get to know what deck your opponent's playing, and now you get to try and beat it. It's so much better for me than just that random lottery, like, here's what your match is, good luck. 2 of my favorite cards in hand, some weird lands, but hey, whatever. So we can save our wilds, hopefully get some landfall effects from that. Ooh, we got is it spells on the opposing board state. We should have put the force out, withheld the plane so they didn't know that we had an apparition. This way they basically do. Or I'm assuming that they do. I would. And if I would figure it out, most everyone will. I mean, we can play our Yasharn, pull the spells. Oh, it's just going to be Temia Ramp, actually. Good to know. Good to know. Snake in play. Forest into a plains or a white source. Then we'll apparition in. Grabbing the simulacron. They're gonna put their attention onto my Cobra as they utilize the Cobra for their Genesis Ultimatum, which they could play if they play a blue. Here it goes. Grab a leg, everybody. Oh, they don't have it? I find that interesting. We're gonna use our Emeria's Call here off of our Lotus Cobra. I don't think there's any flash blockers. Last time I checked, Terror of the Peaks doesn't have flash. Oh, this is good because now they can block with the 4/4. Nice. I didn't expect that. I wasn't gonna attack with the Cobra. I was like, well, we shouldn't do that, but into the Royal. Actually, a really good card. They could Genesis on us at any time. I mean, they didn't destroy our apparition, at least. Well, that's cool. They're not getting the draw from it, which is good for us. We have 6, we dropped 7, but we kind of want a field state first. So we'll try to get this Yasharn out. Alright. So much land. I don't even know if we have any basics left. We're running low. We have like 3 more. I don't know where our Felidar Retreats are. I don't know where the Scute Swarms are, but we're ready for them. Again, we're just like trading. They don't attack. Interesting. Indestructible is quite nice. They value their health points quite a bit. Do we get wiped here? No, there's Terror. So there's no more Storm's Wrath coming in. A second Terror? Nice. We lose an Angel. We can kill one Terror. What? Oh, I can't pay life because of Terror. Has anyone thought of that? It's a 5-drop too. In what world? Crazy stuff. I never thought of that. This is getting out of hand. What a world! That's crazy. I never thought of that. So what if you can bind Yasharn and Terror of the Peaks? Oh, of course there is. Whiff! Whiff! They basically do. They draw a lot of fire to their hand. They just killed a Cobra, it appears. Really wish they would have killed Yasharn. Right? They get a land from the Simulacrum. That's something I've never... I don't know if anyone's realized that. The Yasharn Terror combo. Interesting. Then they can't target it at all. I like it. I like it a lot. I'll take a Felidar Retreat now. Alright, our Apparition takes the Simulacrum. We hit for 8. They have lethal next turn. We needed to play the Giant Killer and tap them is what we needed to do. That's so sad. So sad. The Angel needs to stay back on defense. We're gonna play this as the creature. We should have done that last turn. I thought they would kill Yasharn. They weren't into it. I'm sure they just have more terrors to play on top. This game's over, but... You know, that's an interesting tech. Down to 8. We're dead here. Kazal's Fury. Nice. Good game. Woo! Bean Daddy in play. Wow. Yasharn? Why do you suck so much? We're gonna have to drop you. You did not work out how we wanted you to. These dumb terrors can kill our Angel, which makes me sad. Is the Apparition any good? Because these are so expensive. I don't think the Apparition is any good here. Any enchantments? No. I guess. We got a couple Baneslayers in there now. Hopefully they can... Oh, protection from dragons. You fool. It's the little things that you forget about. I mean, I like the lifelink, I like the first strike, but I forgot about protection from dragons. I'm gonna keep this. Hopefully we just draw our land. Yasharn. Just way to screw us, man. Alright, we need a plains. There we go. We could go right to 4. Getting that retreat in as early as possible. They're just ramping. That's fine. Cobra into our wilds. Let's go really wide. We need a green source and a green source. That'll allow us to scooch in our mammoth. Keeping the wilds to sack later on. Unless we wanted to play the giant killer. But I don't think that's necessary. I'd rather push the mammoth up and put +1/+1s on everything. We're gonna get a big hit here. I guess the mammoth won't attack with the, because we're gonna do it on our end step, I think. Just in case we top deck another land, we don't, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Would we need 5? 3 and 2? Potentially, but that's their whole turn. So no, we won't. So let's save it. We're gonna sit on Evolving Wilds and save it. Storm's Wrath could be pretty gross. You've seen that earlier. Our turn passage? Not quite. Oh, I always, oops. I always think that this is a 2. We would have, oh my god. You fool. A 2/2 for 4. I always forget about the mana cost of Solemn Simulacrum. It just like doesn't comprehend in my brain ever. But you draw a land and you draw a card. That's why. I've placed the casket on the Simulacrum so many times. Okay, this is gross. A World Sculptor. I mean, we do have our ECD, which is great. We can even, right now, take a plains, and then we will let's go real wide still. Let's snag that out of there. I can't believe that Glass Casket. You get comfortable. You play the game too much. You get way too comfortable. Let's grab Vigilance. We could have pushed our giant killer in there first. My bad. Not thinking. Just nice blocks here. Oh, we're probably gonna get hit with the Storm's Wrath. Which is so sad. It kills everything. There's a Storm's Wrath we scoop. Please don't do it. Oh, just as bad.
I come bearing the wisdom of the ancients. Reality is unwritten.
They got a full hand still, though, is the thing.
To stay.
Yikes. It's too much. The Ugin reset. Even though we can take Ugin away, that just the immediate value it gets. Are you serious? That's game. That's big game. Wow. I don't know. It's awkward. It is awkward. It's just gonna be Genesis ultimatums. Another Ugin?
The axiomatic structure of reality. Rise.
Gotta love the Ugin. Gotta love it. Alright, our opponent goes first. Let's make it happen, people. You think we can get to 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I kind of want to risk it, but we should just go for the Scute. Risky. It's risky even to play the Cobra in general early game. They play first. No red source. That's gonna allow us to Cobra, and then we can Apparition, I think, into Rootgrazer and another, well, Cobra and then a Rootgrazer. Then finally our Scute Swarm and come in. Oh, they've got removal. Because they didn't play, I'm going in with the Grazer. It can survive Bone Crusher Giant. Let's just take it. Easy peasy, 11 squeezy. Hit for 2. We have Vigilance. We're no landfall in play, so I'm not going to bounce anything back. Let's play a land. We're going to attack first. Take our 2. Then we will tap it to return our forest to our hand. Play the forest. We could play for 3. We don't really have anything going on there. We could Scute, but I feel like it's inappropriate. Let's play another Cobra. I'm sure there's Bone Crusher Giants. They probably take the Cobra because we're low on mana. Four colors coming at us. Yeah, this is that Bone Crusher Giant we were worried about. Taking out the Cobra, being played. Nice, we get the land. They're only down to 2 cards. I don't think they've got that much removal. We go to 4 and then to 5 total, which isn't enough. Let's just make some insects. I don't think there's much removal in hand. I think they went for it with their Bone Crusher Giant there. Well, no, we wouldn't make enough mana because it comes in tapped. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. No attacks. End our turn. We're gonna leave it. We're just gonna use our Skyclave on it. Passage, that's fine. Oof. Oof. Nice, bro. They can give them both trample and haste. They don't attack. Let's get after this. Force in play triggers everything. Then we will bounce it back. Our turn. We don't draw land, which we never do. What's up with that? Kenneth annoys me. We should just go with our retreat. We have 20 life. Have we not played a land this turn? I wish there was a way to see that. We have, because this has summoning sickness. No attacks. End our turn. We'll play our Yasharn, grab lands, play them on top of the retreat. They need to remove Scute ASAP before we get to the lands. We'll just take any damage that comes our way. We have 20 life still, so lots of buffer zone there. An exploration, that's fine. Landfall, they do have a passage to crack. It's a decent late game or mid game draw engine. Our turn. Play the lands, pop off. Everybody gets bigger, please. I guess we should have played Yasharn first. It would have been a 5-5. Our bad. Taking the draw engine as a priority. They go for it. We'll just take 1 damage. Typically, if you do crack a passage on your opponent's turn, you'll get access to that exiled card on your next turn, which is really nice, but with it exiled, I think they don't have access to it. Oh, they go for it big, though. A Roiling Regrowth. Okay. So we'll take 3 damage. And I don't think they get access to it because it's been exiled. Like, these cards here typically would be available to them on their next turn. Oh no, it still is, even with it being exiled. Interesting. And again, we should have at least done 1 apparition before the land, and it would have been a 3-3. It is what it is. No attacks here. We'll get him next turn. They grab another exploration, which is great. There's a passage, which double cracks on it. I'm liking this. No way! They have 5 land. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. So good! Luckily, this gets exiled. So we know that there's some shenanigans around that we have got to deal with. Crazy stuff. All these go to the grave. which saves us. Our turn, please. We have to use Yasharn for the land. We could double retreat and Rootgrazer, but I think this is a more straightforward option. Only one Cobra, so we go to 1. They're out of there. They're done with it. We're gonna give everybody +1/+1 vigilance. Looking at this, we have a Valakut exploration that needs to go, and a lot of ramp. So the Gem Racer can come in. I absolutely can't stand Kenrith, so that can come in as well. Vivien can get dropped down. I mean, this does deal with it, but meh. Glass Casket can go. The Apparition did help on a few of their things. That's nice. Giant Killer not worth it. And we'll deal with Kenrith the old-fashioned way. Right, because there's not really much for Kenrith to do here. Can draw a card. Yeah. I think we'll be okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, share the channel out to all of your Magic the Gathering Arena friends for their chance as well as yours to win 500,000 gems at my expense. It isn't cash, so I mean, you can spend it on your rent or buy your cat toys for all I care, but you know, if you're addicted to Magic the Gathering like I am, I have a feeling you'll be spending it on gems. This is pretty slow. Our opponent goes first. We do have a Yasharn. I'll keep it. We'll play the Mammoth. Hopefully we draw a land, can play the Passage on 4. We should have played that Wilds first. I'm being so greedy keeping that in the back end. We just want to make sure this Apparition can hit. If we draw a land, we don't have to Wilds. If we don't, we do. So we do. That makes me so sad. We could push it one more time. Screw it. Let's just get it out of the way. Our opponent's turn. They have to crack their passage. Maybe they're just waiting on us, but they don't realize. In the upper right of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the lava worm. Woohoo! It bites and it'll get you. So our turn. They've left their passage uncracked. We need planes here. I'm getting distracted. There's nothing for us to graze, so let's use our... Sorry, there's nothing for us to apparate. My dyslexia is so strong. If you guys have been a part of the channel for a while, you know I say things backwards and inside out. Our Rootgrazer is good to go, is what I mean to say, because there's nothing for us to use on our Skyclave. Alright, some removal. That's good. Retreat and play. Cultivate, that's not bad. We're in with our Yasharn. And then soon to be our Scute. And then we're gonna Gem Raise onto the Scute. Woof. That would be fun too. We'll save that for on the Scute. Taking the land, which is so good. It takes you from that early game. You know, you get that 4/4 to stop the aggro decks, and now you propel yourself into the mid game. Let's push it to a 5/5 to dodge Storm's Wrath. Ooh, their own retreat. Wonder what we're gonna do with that. We're gonna play the cat, and then we're gonna mutate onto the cat. What we should do is this, though. Right? This is gonna be gross. This is gonna be absolutely disgusting. Scute! I guess we need to mutate beforehand, but we're still gonna mutate right now. It puts it to a 5/5. Dodges Storm's Wrath. They know what's happening. They get a 2/2. Oh, they push it to a 3/3. That's fine. We go over top. We kill the retreat. And we attack with our 6/6 Vigilance Striker. Woo! There's no field wipe. I'm pretty sure we've won. No shatter. Could be an extinction event. Decent. They kicked it to wipe most of our insects. Right? Those beloved Scutes. Our beloved Scutes just got smashed. Woof. Nice. Another victory under our belts with Selesnya Landfall. Alrighty, what did you guys think? I think this deck is particularly strong. You know, obviously I play 2 new decks every single day. To play them for hours before I film them is, you know, not going to happen because I have to edit, do SEO, you know, the rest of my general life as well. And it's every day, there's no days off. So when you do work 8 to 10 hours a day, there's not time to put in 14. You know what I mean? Like I have to go grocery shopping and like do my general thing. So we're doing our best, you guys. The boys here. Check out Cobra Blue, you guys. Anyways, we're just wrapping up this video. Thanks for your time and attention. Check out your boy CGB on YouTube and Twitch as well. Thank you for your time and attention, and we'll see you soon.